And welcome to the Sports Show. This is the Wandering Londoner, and I'm back again with another exciting episode, which I'm very, very, very happy to talk about. Charity, as we know, is a central tenet, whether it's from a faith perspective or whether it's from a belief or a principle perspective. And I've got three young guests here today who have just been having a good chat with about the glorious weekend coming up ahead and what they're going to do in terms of delivery. But most importantly, using the beautiful game to produce a footballing spectacle, to deliver it for the community, but also to benefit those in need throughout the world. Now, I've got three brothers next to me here. Welcome. So we've got Moss, and we've got Khairul, and we've got Altaf. And you are all the brains behind, or you're on the management and the brains, I should add, behind a superb tournament coming up this weekend, which is the Greater Sylhet Upazila Shield. Moss, can you explain a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the charity shield, we're raising money. That's the main thing. We're raising money for Palestine via 13 Rivers Trust. A lot of you guys know they do a lot of work in the community. So that's the main objective of it. But in terms of myself, Khairul and Altaf, what we know is football. So we thought combining it together, try and give, basically, get a lot of people involved to try and raise money for Palestine. And that was literally the thinking behind it.
Amazing. Khairul, how are you feeling?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very good.
Good. We're going to have the live draw here in the studio soon, which I get really excited when we have a live draw.
We're ready.
It's all ready as well.
Yeah.
So how have you felt organizing this and getting it together? Not only is it football, something which we love and hold dearly, but there's a charitable element to it as well. How do you feel about being working in the background to organize this?
It's been a good experience, a very challenging experience. Previously, the last 2 years, we've done something similar, but not at this stage, in my opinion, having 8 massive Upazilas involved, speaking to them on a regular basis and trying to make this happen hasn't been easy, but inshallah it's going to be a very good day on Saturday. As I was saying previously, we've done it for the last 2 years where we've raised money for Palestine through different charities, whether it be Global Relief Trust or others, where we've done Brick Lane versus PYO, and just got our community around and raised as much as we can to help our brothers and sisters in Palestine. But this year we off the back of the great Sylhet Upazila, we thought let's be a little innovative and change it up a little, and do a little charity shield version of it. Bring as many of the Upazilas together, 8 of them, and
that's impressive. You've got 8 Upazilas to come in.
Alhamdulillah, all of us bring different things to the table, and we know majority of the teams, especially the open age side, whether it's the management, whether it's the players, and they've been very, very supportive, which is amazing. Each team is raising their own money as well. So each team has been set a £1,000 target to reach. Alhamdulillah, some of them are close to doing it, some have already done it, some are on the verge of doing it. And again, we won't be able to do it without everyone that's been supporting, whether it's businesses that have been stepping forward, sponsoring, whether it's our local brothers that have been stepping forward, from photographers, from linesmen, referees. So many different people have chipped in different ways. And another thing I wanted to mention is this event is being managed by Chase Peace. Chase Peace is a local group of brothers from Brick Lane, and we are all members in different capacities.
Well, Chase the police?
No, it's Chase Peace.
Chase Peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, we just
Chase Peace.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, we did an amazing fundraiser in Ramadan and the last couple of Ramadans, and we just recently came back from Cairo helping displaced Palestinians, which has been amazing. And this specific campaign isn't going towards the displaced Palestinians. In fact, it's going towards direct aid in Palestine through 13 Rivers Trust. One of the first questions anyone would ask is how are you managing to get money into aid or money into Palestine with all the complications and so on. There isn't, from after speaking to 13 Rivers, we know that money is being able to get in. The trucks ain't getting in with all the things that have been loaded up, the necessities, but money is being able to get in. So alhamdulillah, the money will go in, and then
Purchases will be made.
Purchases will be made to
Everything.
support the brothers and sisters in
Which
Palestine.
is good, which is
Yeah.
progress, and obviously reaching the people who need it most at this present moment. So Altaf, how many teams are participating? Let's see. Let's have a little test. Do you actually remember the 8 teams
let's go.
participating? Let's put you on the spot.
Gulafganj, Satoh, Biani Bazar,
Yes.
Jagannathpur, Balaganj, Mauli Bazar, and Osmani Nagar. Yeah, those are the 8 teams that participate.
So who will Biani Bazar be defeating in the final, Altaf?
Who will Biani Bazar be defeating in the final? Because we was just talking about the previous Sonali tournament.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with GG versus Biani Bazar in the final. Yeah.
You reckon so? Is this an open age tournament, Moss?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an open age setup. We didn't want to restrict anyone from taking part. Basically, we didn't want to say it's this vets tournament or anything like that. So the main priority is to get people basically involved. More people involved, potentially, the more money we raise. So that was the main thing. But yeah, so it's open age. Anyone can play as long as you're from your Upazila.
And how has this been received by the community? Because I'm very excited to hear about this.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I mean, locally, we've got a lot of hype around it. A lot of people are interested. They want to take part. People messaging different people in terms of how do we get involved and whatnot, especially because it's for charity. That's one of the main reasons people that are maybe generally might not be interested have basically put their name forward. They want to get involved. And obviously, football is the vehicle for it in terms of raising the money. So there's been a massive hype around it. And
Khairul, in terms of delivery, is this taking place on a day or are you taking up the whole weekend? So can you talk us through some of the logistics involved in the planning for the day of the tournament or days of the tournament?
Of course. It's been, again, as I was saying, it's been tough. We're asking
Just
a lot.
going to interrupt you very shortly. We're going to take a quick ad break and we'll be back in exactly 1 minute. See you all soon.
At this crucial moment of the match, what can we expect from number 1 all-rounder Shakib Al Hassan? The team needs its crucial only 6 runs from just 1 ball. I think we can count on Shakib. Oh, what a bat! Where is the ball? It's gone all the way outside. It's a boundary. It's a 6. That's incredible. It has gone to the clouds.
Life is like a game. Choose the right team to win. I'm at Work Permit Cloud, British Business Immigration Champion, for bringing skilled workers to the UK.
Let Work Permit Cloud guide you through the immigration field.
And you will win the game of life.
Choose the right team to win.
Work Permit Cloud. Cloud-based solution for all your immigration needs.
লন্ডনের বাপ না ভাই আছেন কিতা বিষয়
তোর ভাই দেখো লন্ডন থাকে কিতা বেমার উমার না কিতা
বেমারই দেখেনি
টাকা টুকা দিকে আমার কাছে ফাটায় না বেটা হুন্ডির মাধ্যমে সাসা তো তোর ক্যাশ দিলাই বেটা
টাকা তো ঠিকই ফাটাই টেপ টেপ সেন্ড এফ দি ফাটাই হুন্ডি দালালের দিন শেষ টেপ টেপ সেন্টার বাংলাদেশ
টেপ টেপ সেন্ড ইগু আবার কিতা
সাসারে ও আর দলালি চলতো না ব্যাগিগু বাড়িতে তুই রাখো টেপ টেপ সেন্ড এফ টেকাইয়ে মোবাইলে মুহূর্তে মাসে মাসে কষ্ট করা লাগে না ভাই সপ্তাহ টাকা পাইন সপ্তাহ মোবাইলে বিকাশে পাঠাই দে
যা তোর লাগে মাতে লাভ নাই
কইলাম নানি ইটা খাইয়া গেছে এখন সব টেপ টেপ সেন্ড আমাই গেছে
Tap tap send. Send more, spend less.
না জমে না মন যদি মনেতে What have I done?
You are mistaken, officer. I don't have a single illegal person here.
He is an illegal immigrant and he doesn't have the right to work here.
You'll be receiving a letter from immigration enforcement very soon.
If you had spent just £10 on the right to work check, you'd not have £60,000 fines.
Spend £10.
Save £60,000.
Yeah!
Welcome back. I'm the Wandering Londoner and I'm your host for the sports show tonight. Was just before the break, I was talking to Khairul regarding the logistics for this exciting tournament, charity tournament, for Sylhet Upazila Charity Shield on Saturday. So if you could just talk us through again the organization. Is it over 2 days? Is it over 1 day? Knockout system, group games, whatever. You talk us through. Just give us an idea of how the tournament would pan out on the day.
Of course. So in terms of the tournament will be done over 1 day. 8 teams will be participating. We will be doing a draw shortly where we will be understanding who's going to be in the quarterfinal and what the fixtures are. And then later on, we'll be giving times and so on. And then the semi-finals, the draw will be done on the day after the quarterfinals have been played. And the finals won't require a draw. And this will be all done in 1 day. The finalists will play 7 games. And in terms of the first kickoff, it will be from 1 p.m. And going forward, we ask for a lot of patience from the teams, first things first, because to do something like this in 1 day is a lot. And I hope everyone can be, patient, supportive in that sense. But inshallah, we can do this. If everyone's got the right mindset and understands that we're all trying to do something good for the greater good, inshallah, I think we can do something amazing on Saturday.
Altaf, is football important when it comes to delivering on charity work, whether it's in the UK or anywhere in the world?
I think from my experience and our experiences, it's very important because football brings a lot of people together, different people from different backgrounds. The game itself, like we've been so attached to this game for 20 years plus. We've been playing from grassroots level to multiple different places that we've played at. And I think, because of the fact that it brings so many people together, and at the same time you're combining it with charity efforts, these, when you put in something that people like and enjoy with something that's also, doing something good, whether it's for the local community or international community, I think that will always raise interest. And alhamdulillah, every event that we've had that same level of interest, same level of mindset from so many different types of people that just want to pitch in with their little small contribution just to make a greater event on the day. And so this is not just us three. There's so many people behind this in terms of volunteers, and like Khairul was saying, photographers and linesmen and so many people that have come together, sponsors, so many people that have come together, and us just being able to have them conversations with people and putting the pieces together, alhamdulillah, that's a good satisfaction for us.
Sponsors are very important. I know people like to frown on sponsors often, but you know what? True sponsors, they do things without the need for recognition. The sponsors, obviously, we are going to give them a mention because I feel it's important to at least give them a mention on the show. But true sponsors who are sincere, they will never ask for recognition. They don't expect any payback. So they will not be coming into this tournament, correct me if I'm wrong, thinking, you know what, I'm going to sponsor Moss and the boys for £1,000 for this tournament, but I expect to make 10,000 back. In fact, most of the sponsors make a financial loss because they understand the greater good involved. So can you name some of the sponsors? I mean, feel free to name as many as possible, because
we've got like a poster flying around advertising the event. So we've got like a couple of logos for each sponsor and whatnot. But I think the main sponsors, Transitions Hub, they do, I think, tuition company. They're one of the main sponsors. And then there's like different brothers, that friends and family that we know, they've come forward. They don't want anything in return. They're just like, we'll put money towards the link, use it as best you can in terms of the actual function, and whatever's left over, just put it into the charity. So there's one of my friends, Garage Auto King in Brady Street. They've put some money forward. Another brother, Mochi, that's another friend of mine as well.
That's juggernaut for sponsor, isn't
it? Yeah. So he's the juggernaut for sponsor name.
See, so
there you go.
In my head.
So yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's part of the reason for it. So he's got a branch in Stepney. So he's put some money forward. Another a brother, Shushel, he owns JSN Co Estates. He's put some money forward as well. Raj Mahal Sweets, they're from Brick Lane. They're sponsoring with like tea and stuff on the day, because tea and desserts on the day.
Now, Raj Mahal I do know from before. I don't know if you brothers are too young, remember? But
Yeah, they're quite old school. They're based in Brooklyn.
Right near Brooklyn Mosque.
Brooklyn Mosque. You remember the advert? That was a memorable one. But they used to say Daman no. I don't know if you... that's a timeless one. So I used to think it was one of the best adverts because of the way they did it. That's stuck through the ages. It's stuck in our heads. But again, great work.
So so that's one of them. And there's another PFC East is called. They're based in Commercial Road.
Hope they're not sponsoring the halftime.
They're not sponsoring the food. No. So hopefully they're sponsoring the food afterwards. So so they're based in Commercial Road, PFC East. They're helping us out. And Tariq Bhai from Burgers London. I'm not sure if you know
Burgers
him.
London, but I don't know Tariq.
So he's helping us out as well with regards to finances and stuff. So that's mainly the sponsors we've basically got.
So just a big shout out to all the sponsors that Moss has mentioned there, especially when it comes to community sponsors. The vast majority who support small initiatives like this. I say small in terms of the bigger picture. But in terms of impact, what the boys are delivering during this weekend in terms of the football and charitable efforts is massive. It's on a global stage. So something that is happening in little town hamlets will resonate around the whole world, simply as a result of their efforts, the sincerity behind it, the efforts that are being put, and obviously the power of social media. So a big clap and a round of applause for all you sponsors there. Just to reiterate and remind you, brothers and sisters who are out there who are sponsoring that, you know what, you guys are the backbone. I know the organizers are not profiting themselves. They're not taking a wage out of this. Every single person there is pretty much a volunteer as well. But the financial support that you offer is crucial in terms of delivery and just as important as the role of volunteers there. Everybody needs to come together like a jigsaw to deliver what will hopefully be a monumental event on Saturday. Now, Khairul, you just mentioned before, I think you said PYO versus Brooklyn. So this is not your first football gig on this level. I used to play for PYO youth when I was a youngster. Believe it or not, Fazlubay used to be our manager. Abu Bay was in the senior team. We'll come on to Abu Bay. He's a big culprit. But there was no way any of the youngsters in that PYO youth team, because the PYO team, you guys probably weren't even born then. They were legendary. It was BYM and it was PYO. And then you had the next level were YMO, Ta'atul Islam were upcoming as well, but it was BYM and PYO. Those were the teams of all teams. They were the kings. And obviously you had Marylebone FC from Camden and all that coming through. But in Tower Hamlets, it was BYM and PYO. And Abu Bay was part of that team. And they were unstoppable. There was no way we as a youth were ever going to shift them out. So I never got to, I can't even boast and say, I did have a kit for a long time because PYO had the best kit. They had the very best kit. You know, it was like a golden yellow with a red on the shoulders. It was a fantastic kit, iconic for all ages as well. Abu Bay again was part of that and played for youth, but none of us can ever boast of having made a senior team appearance because they were that good. So PYO, is good to hear that PYO is still running because I've got DNA with PYO going backward, going back through the years ago. And obviously when I hear about them playing on the weekend leagues, I do keep an eye out for them simply because of my involvement with them and BYM when I was a kid. So you've organized matches between PYO and Brick Lane, did you mention? Was it the same concept? Charity football?
Yeah, exactly, pretty much the same. It was initially the first year was a very good event. Again, similarly, it was again for Palestine under the nights of winter. It was chucking it down with rain. 100-odd people under the shelter in Milan Stadium. Alhamdulillah, it was an amazing event. And since then, we tried to do something collectively every year. So again, last year we did it. Last year we did the same fixture, but we got a few other teams involved, some of the vets teams. It was Stepney versus Mohammedan as well. So every year we're just trying to, not just get stuck in our same ways, try and make the event bigger or better. And not everything goes perfect. You learn and you take something away from it each time. And this is the biggest thing we're doing. We went from doing it just to 2 teams, to 4 teams, now to 8 teams, all in one day. But again, like I was saying, I believe, inshallah, should be a good event. If everyone's got the same mindset, understands, obviously, it is for charity. But I know how it is when you get in a football pitch. it 100% gets competitive.
Altaf, how important is it for everyone to stay disciplined on the day, just to remember the bigger picture in mind? So me, myself, as a player and a coach, I like to see aggression on the pitch, but there's no way I'm going to condone bad behavior, for example, whether it's misconduct between each other. So for me, it's very different. People say, oh, but you know what? He's a completely different person on the pitch. There are people who can be aggressive, professional, no holds barred on the pitch, yet they're still a gentleman. Like you watch a game of rugby, for example. You know, you watch the game of rugby. So for me, when people make that excuse, it doesn't cut with me, because I'm thinking, actually, let's look at it the other way around. How I behave on the football pitch is probably a true reflection. It's not me, oh, you know what? You guys are covering for me. So no, Emdad is not like that. He just lost it on the pitch. But then 6-7 times in, you're finding it difficult to. So maybe it is a reflection who I truly am. Why is it very important for us, especially with, you know what, it might seem like a small tournament, but because of the global power of social media, for example, and the coverage that you will receive from people's individual live feeds, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you name it, LBTV might be there on the day, just to give you some support on the day as well. Because of the reach of social media to all corners of the planet, why is it very important that every single player, official, volunteer, sponsor, referee who turns up on the day has the mindset of an ambassador?
That's one of the most important things as part of the event. I think you very much covered most of it as to why, and it's very important because, like you said, on a global stage with so many people watching and so many young people and elderly people in the stands that are watching, so you don't want to be setting a bad example. You know, the level of the football shouldn't have dropped, because, you know, linesmen and referees that are coming to be officiating on the day, they do that, you know, on a Saturday and a Sunday normally. So in terms of the level,
your match officials volunteers on the weekend?
No.
Okay.
No.
Players.
Players managing the event.
Yeah. So in terms of having like, you know, a zero tolerance policy on any sort of violent misconduct, this is relayed to the teams before the tournament, every tournament, whether it be this 11-a-side one or the 5-a-side tournaments we have in the GAT. Before we start, we always go over the rules and make sure that each team and manager, they're fully aware of why we're doing this and what impact their behavior can potentially have on the entire tournament. So just a reminder that, you know, to look at the bigger picture and try and be patient. And
you guys still playing at the GAT?
GAT every year we have a chase piece. We have a tournament every single year.
We used to get hammered. Brick Lane Dynamite. we used to get hammered. We actually won one tournament though against the odds with PYO in the GAT, but we used to get hammered by Brick Lane Dynamite every single tournament that we entered. It's traumatic. T-Pon, let's give him a nice, let's call him a dwarf. Let's be polite with him, but he used to run us ragged during the thing, and he was scoring goals for fun against us. So I've got a few traumatic memories of just being battered. They were too good, too fast, too strong. You know, the same age limit, but they were just too good. So things are still taking place there, and it's amazing to hear that. Right, boys, we're now going. People are probably getting impatient with us at the moment. We'll carry on talking after, but what we'll do is we'll get into the business end. So I'm going to hand over this trophy, and just a quick. I can grab it. I'm not participating, so I can jinx myself. I'm going to pass you over the trophy, and I'll let you talk us through the draw. What I'll do, if you don't mind, is I'll make some notes so I can announce it later for the benefit of everybody who's watching. So the tournament takes place this Saturday, and the venue is Milan Stadium from 1 o'clock onwards. Yeah.
So 1 o'clock will be the first game.
First game, great.
Out of the 4 quarterfinals.
Sure.
We've got all the 8 teams. Hopefully we didn't miss anyone out. But the 8 teams are going to go into the cup. Yeah. And we'll pick it out one by one.
So what you will do, I'm just explaining again. I'm sure you guys already know this as well. You will pick your
Team up.
Read it out and turn it towards your camera.
Okay.
And then you'll put it back on the table.
Excellent. That's fine.
Okay. So who's going first?
Altaf, you can go first.
Okay. Bismillah.
So this is the first game.
The first game, Biani Bazar.
Oh,
That's your team. Just to clarify, it's not the first game because we're going to work out
so
the
you
logistics.
have the schedules here. So the first
schedule
team
we work out.
The schedule will be worked out. So
the teams that are going to face each other.
So these are the quarterfinal.
Draw.
The team. This is the quarterfinal draw.
So Biani Bazar to face. Balagoy. My team.
That's your team.
Okay.
Thomas.
Let's see. Molly Bazar.
Molly Bazar.
Thank you. Rana.
Usmani Nagar. Sorry.
Proud history in the Upazila Cup. The Vets have won it twice. They were the first team to ever win the Upazila Cup, and they retained it the second year. I was actually at their 10-year celebration last week. It was brilliant.
Some big names left. There are going to be some big ties.
Next game. Bishnat.
What do you mean big names? The big names have already come out.
Footballing wise. Let's go.
Who was it? Molly Bazar versus
Usmani Nagar.
And now it's Bishnat versus Satoh. Satoh won the Upazila. The Vets have won the Upazila once. They got robbed once as well.
That's a tasty time.
And your final two.
That game, Bishnat versus Satoh in Open Age was amazing.
Banging game, wasn't it?
JP.
Jagannathpur. They broke their duck with the Open Age team, smashing everybody last year in the Upazila Cup. Unfortunately, lost to Biani Bazar in the quarterfinals of
Khairul's team.
So Jagannathpur versus
Gulaf Gunj.
It's a replay of the Open Age final.
Gulaf Gunj are neighbors and cousins, and Gulaf Gunj Biani Bazar is pretty much
They
the
literally
same.
played at the Upazila. Was it the
That was the Sonali
final? Yeah,
final.
Yeah.
JP and
So it was
Gulaf Gunj.
Jagannathpur versus Gulaf Gunj.
Yeah.
Basically, what was your opinion on that final? I just think Gulaf Gunj ran out of steam.
We were playing.
You were both playing, yeah?
Yeah.
I was watching the game. You were both playing as well. I just think you just got it wasn't any in the end the quality told because they were a little bit more fresher. But I think the fine margins were Gulaf Gunj just looked tired. Especially in the first 20 minutes, when you guys were going to toe to toe, I said like Gulaf Gunj have got this. They're going to actually take it, and then obviously the energy levels drop. And when that happens, we know that it could be anything could happen. So you either play for a draw, but then if your DNA is to go for an attacking outlook at all time, you don't know any other way. So I remember again before you guys were born, when Liverpool lost to Arsenal in 1989, it's until Aguero scored, it was the greatest title running ever. Arsenal had been leading the championship for the majority of the season. They went into the final game of the season at Anfield. They had to
2-0.
win 2-0. Smith scored first half. People put their houses on it. There's no way Arsenal. A young team, Liverpool have done it throughout the 80s.
Yeah.
Last minute, Michael Thomas did it. It was, again, what I was trying to say, I've lost my train of thought while I was actually mentioning this.
Should we go over the teams?
So anyway, we'll come back to that. I think the excitement
a little tangent there.
So what I'll do is, for the benefit of our viewers here, we'll do a little write-up of this later. So the Greater Sylhet Upazila Shield, which takes place this Saturday, 1 p.m. at Milan Stadium. We've got the quarterfinals draw, so it's straight knockouts. So Biani Bazar versus Balagunj, that's us two. Molvi Bazar versus Usmani Nagar. Bishnat versus Satoh. And Jagannathpur versus Gulaf Gunj. So well done again for everybody participating. If you pass me the trophy back, please. I like to keep it close to me as well. So let's have a just quick summary of that. Your thoughts. Can you all give me your thoughts on? Looks like some tasty games there.
Yeah. I mean, before the whole even draw, the 8 teams that we invited, they were all like quality teams in terms of like big Upazilas, big footballing teams. But just looking at this, this one the last two fixtures, Bishnat versus Satoh and Jagannathpur and Gulafganj, I think they're the ties of the round. They're going to be big games.
Fantastic. Khairul?
I think it's great draw. One thing which is so important, I think I should mention is after the quarterfinals, there's going to be another draw to determine the semi-final.
The semi-final.
And
So you're going to basically do another draw.
Yeah.
On the day. Just to keep things spicy, there is no bracket. So
there's no route to the final. It's literally a case of
as you mentioned,
the 4 teams.
That's a good concept what you guys have done. Yeah, keep it spicy.
You need a bit of time, and especially
I think a lot of teams, everybody likes to map out their route to the final, this and that. I think if we do a draw on the day with the 4 teams available,
so it doesn't matter. Just get through.
Yeah, because the concept is a knockout competition as well. So it's not like group stages where you're going to top the group or X, Y, and Z. So it keeps that jeopardy still there, basically.
And another thing, it's not your traditional 90 minutes or 60 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes.
Straight half an hour.
And then straight pens. So it's very, very important.
How many penalties?
3 pens. But we haven't confirmed it. We're going to have a little meet up with the managers tomorrow just to confirm and iron out all the details. So everyone's on the same page. That's the most important thing. And yeah.
Altaf, let's have you wrap it up. Your thoughts?
I think the
Piani Bazar Gulafganj final. Let's talk about that.
Piani Bazar Gulafganj final.
Trying to manifest it.
Yeah. Piani Bazar Gulafganj final. I think it's very open. And for me personally, the Gulafganj and Jagannathpur game is for me the tastiest one based on it being
because you're going to be playing
the previous final. Based on it being the previous final and
Payback,
the quality of the teams as well. The quality of the teams. I enjoy that. I enjoy good quality of football playing against good players, and a lot of the players that I play for JP, they also play with us in Brick Lane, so they're all friends as well. Even management, they're friends and people that we've known for a long time, so it gives it that extra special touch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, those of you who have been watching, thoroughly enjoyable, nice short show, snappy. We've got young brothers here, full of vigor and energy, and they're doing a wonderful job. So apart from the beautiful game on Saturday, hopefully the weather will be good as well. What we want to do on the sports show is extend our invitation to the whole community. It is very, very important. It's at Mylan Stadium. So in terms of Tower Hamlets, it's quite a central location, but also for other brothers. If you're living in Redbridge, Newham, Buckingham, Dagenham, big community there as well. Even from South London, North London, it's quite a good location to get to. There's no parking restrictions around Mylan Stadium, but do please avoid parking on yellow lines and blocking people's driveways. As be wise when do that. But the reason why I'm saying this is to send out an appeal to all of you. Please come to Mylan Stadium. Not only that, it's a Saturday. Bring your children with you. Bring your families with you. There might be food there. If not, there's loads of food. There will be food there as well. So you can bring the kids along. There's no issues in terms of using toilets and all that. Make it an occasion. But what it does is your presence. With your presence, you become the 12th man and the 12th woman. And what happens is it just gives a boost to the organizers who are working round the clock, blood, sweat, tears, to organize this event. And you know what? It's very, very uplifting just to see, mashallah, the community have turned out in their droves. So what we would like to see is brothers, sisters, families, everybody turning out. Come and support your team or come and support one of the other teams. Not every Upazila is participating, but I'm sure you've got friends, who are representing all this. Come out in force. And there's a lot of seating space there. And lastly, which I always insist on, is a reminder to everybody who's participating on the day. Please leave your competitive edge at home if it means that you are going to be a disruption to the tournament. Please refrain from being abusive or disrespectful to the organizers. You know what? They're doing a thankless task. These are young brothers who have taken it upon themselves to use the medium of football to deliver outstanding outcomes for people, the vulnerable, the needy, the orphan, the indigent, the widows, people all over the world who we will probably never ever meet, but who are in our hearts at all times. The least that we can do is we can cooperate with the young, with these youngsters, with these young brothers who are organizing. Also, the match officials. I know it's a competitive, but what I mentioned earlier is if your bad conduct is manifesting onto the pitch again and again and again, the question I need to ask myself is it me just turning into Dr. Edward Hyde when I go into the pitch? Or am I actually really like that? Or, you know what, I might think I'm Dr. Jekyll, but I'm actually like that as well. If that's the case, what do I need to do to rectify that? Because a lot of the times when I referee or coach or even play, and I see this kind of behavior a lot of the times, I ask myself, is the monster just caged, or is this monster, does it surface within the family? Does it surface within the community? Does it surface in relationships, professional or otherwise as well? Lastly, I want to congratulate the brothers for this wonderful tournament. Please consider please consider LB24, the sports show, as your own show. We are most happy to be your friends as well. And any time that you wish to come on here, you are more than welcome to come on. This is Emdad, the Wandering Londoner, and thanks for watching the sports show.